What's up, guys? D-Dub's Garage. We are back again. I am stoked on this one. We're going to be doing some cool work to the Vega. Got a few things here and there. Hopefully going to get it running, because I'd say it's about damn time. So let's do it. So guys, the first thing we're going to be doing here, bit of a simple mod, something that actually doesn't make it run any more than it's going to right now, just because all the linkage is off for the carb and it's just kind of sitting there. No fuel lines yet, but I got that here. So with that aside though, first thing we're gonna do, we're gonna get rid of this crappy little coolant tank. This thing was filled after it overheated a bunch of times, so it's got a bunch of grit in it, and I just feel like it's not very good looking. So I'd like to replace it. And what I got is pretty cool. Got this Mishimoto recovery tank. I had always wanted to try Mishimoto parts, but I had never pulled the trigger on anything, I guess. It's not because of price or anything like that, but it's just something that I'd never tried. So I can see why everyone raves about it though. I mean, the welds on this thing, let me get that leaf out of the way, are gorgeous. It's high quality. This coating is really nice. Comes with all the fasteners, a little bracket for it. So really, I'm just super excited to get this thing on there. So without further ado, let's do it. Let's get that old one out and let's get this new one on and bling up that engine bay a little bit, because goddamn does it need it. And just like that, make quick work of things with one of these electric ratchets. So out with the ugly and in with the new. We're gonna have to make a couple of custom brackets and see where this thing needs to sit naturally, look good. I'm thinking it's gonna be around this area, but now we can get this old tank out of here. I don't think I'm even gonna save this for any reason, just because there's better things to buy. So I'm gonna go ahead and huck this in the bucket, or in the bin, as they say in Mighty Car Mods, and we're gonna start figuring out where to mount that new one. So let's get to it. Just dug through my little scrap pile that I have under the toolbox there. You guys might have seen that if you watched the garage tour. And I found this piece of steel. Pretty overkill, honestly, for something like this, but it's got the angle I was looking for. Again, everything with the Vega is just kind of like full Native American mode. Reuse everything, make stuff work, just with things I have laying around, kind of balling out of budget sort of thing. So we got this bracket here. I'm thinking what I'm gonna do is actually locate this pretty close to where the old one was. So I'll drill a hole through here. You guys can see where my pinky is right there, pointing at it, and just bolt it through there and get a couple of holes tap and died through here, just because I enjoy doing that, even though it takes time. And then that way I can mount this bracket to it, which goes right on top of this Mishimoto can. And I would say it looks pretty freaking sweet. So we're gonna go ahead and get that bracket ready to rock, and then from there we're gonna hook up the line, get the hose clamps on, and then it's fuel line time and turn the key. So let's get to it. No more messing around. Alright guys, same thing, gonna squat down here. So, got the bracket bolted to the other bracket that I'm putting on the side of the fender right here. And I just found another one of the big bolts in my stash, happened to find a nut, it fits, a couple washers. So right now I'm just gonna throw it on there, and then we're gonna get the hose on, fill it with a little bit of coolant just so it's about halfway, and then that part of this stage is done, and we're gonna move on to the carb and the fuel. I'm just gonna throw the tank on there and see how it looks. So here they are, guys. They've been sitting in my room for weeks now just because I've been so busy with other things. I've really wanted to get to the Vega, but I just haven't had the time. We got this Vibrant Performance. Always love stuff from them. It's a little dash 6 to 3/8 barb fitting. So I got that off of Summit Racing. That's going to be what can make it so that we can actually get this line right here step to that size and just hose clamp it straight on. So that's going to be a really important piece of this. And then I'm hoping that this AED, this is for a I think 4150 is the exact number of my carburetor. It's a double pumper, so hopefully this length is exactly right, and we'll just go ahead and tighten these fittings right on there. And then this, actually, it's pretty cool. It came with a fuel pressure gauge. I've never heard of Red Horse, but it looks pretty cool. So you guys can see this. It's pretty sweet. It's got the red needle, a little bit of red accents there. I think it's a really cool piece. So I think that's actually perfect for the Buell build. When I do turbocharge it, I think this is going to be right in the, basically the amount of pounds of boost we're running, because it is in PSI, as you can see. So I'm not going to use this on the Vega. There's really no point. I don't need to monitor fuel pressure at all. Hopefully it's just pretty much the same throughout, because I got that mechanical fuel pump on there. So I'm going to keep this in the box and hopefully use that later. Right, guys, that is the end of that. We got the fuel lines on there. You can see it kind of snakes through, goes between these two heater hoses, and then right onto that little fitting. You guys can see that right there. Very nice. Everything is tight. Everything's on there. Got the other clamp on there. I really had to go beast mode on it to actually get it to sit on there. But really, it's just down to turning the key. So hopefully you'll see that next time. I'm real nervous to do it. I hope this thing doesn't leak everywhere. It might, and that's just all part of hot rodding. You know, it's not hot rodding unless you don't do it 2 or 3 times. So we're gonna go ahead and try on the next one, but thanks for watching, and I really appreciate the support, guys. Hopefully soon we'll be ripping this thing around. See ya.